Welcome to this new session, and we proceeding with our master class. Remember, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. Okay, so we have some almost 3 videos before this one in its series. So this is the full course. This is the full course. One video after another. It is very, very free. Okay, so let me show you today about this free session that we always use mostly. This does not mean we only have this does not mean that we have only 3 sessions. Okay, but these are the very important sessions. Asian session, London session, New York session. Remember, we have what we call price time theory. This is the theory which explains that always in order to get an entry, you have to consider price movement, but also time. So we don't just enter because we have seen some price movements which are similar to other price movement, but you have to consider at what time we have to trade those kind of price movements setups. Asian, London, and New York session are the 3 sessions that we're going to use. Asian session, this is the session of consolidation, accumulation. This is due to the lack of liquidity in the market. So this is not a nice session to trade because you can find yourself in trouble. Why? Because at this time, these guys are looking for those guys who have to be uh, uh, hunted. Okay, it is time for hunting. They are hunting where to go, upward or downward. So you can find yourself, you've become a source of liquidity in the market. Okay, so I will not talk about time, but you can look at this. Okay, you can look at this because it differs. Okay, it depends on which place are you coming from, but you can just look at this and see about the time here. So we have what we call Asian session. We have what we call Asian session. This is Asian session. I have taught you about high of the day and low of the day. You can see this is the daily range, and you can see we have high, Asian range high, and we have Asian range low at this point. Okay, so this is why we're saying it is consolidation. I will teach you now we can use sessions to have an entry. Okay, but now let me show you the sessions. You can see we had a lot of consolidation. That's why I told you it is the session of consolidation. Look even at this. You can look at all these setups here. We see consolidations, consolidations, consolidations. So it is not a nice time to enter in some trades, in most of the trades. London session, this is always make low of the day and high of the day. It can be used to take traders to the opposite side of the true direction of the day because of the liquidity. So at this point is where you can find these guys like doing what we call a stop hunting. Okay, it is not about consolidation, but stop hunting. You find they are going in a certain direction and then they come down. You can find they're breaking that consolidation, like they're going upward, and then you find they're coming down. So you can see here, okay, you can see this here. Even here, you can look at this. They did the same concept here. Even this one here, they went up, then they went down. So they always use this one to take those guys in a long direction, especially those guys who are breakout traders, little traders who are blackout traders. They end up in trouble. Yes, they will always end up in trouble. That's why you have to listen to me and learn from this YouTube channel and master the art of trading. Okay. So about time, we always enter the 2 to 3 hours. The first 2 to 3 hours, those are the nice sessions, nice time to trade. All the sessions, 2 to 3 hours. Don't just trade all the 8 hours, my friend. That is the mistake most guys do, because it is not the whole session that you're going to have high volatility. Okay. Look at this London session after Asian session range. You can see what they did. Okay, they just went up and lying to people that we're going upward. And some guys here, those who are breakout traders, they started buying and see, boom, the market came down. So during London Open, this is session, this 2 hours to 3 hours. What happens always it is the market always try to do what we call lying stop hunting. Okay, so if you have, for example, if you have you have what you call an order block there above. If you have an order block, let's take an example. If you find you have Ocean session there, and then you have this what we call an order block, we can call it a supply zone. Then what you have to do is just wait for this, because always when you have Asian session, you are doing what we call inducement of the market, liquidity inducement. Okay, so at points of what we call Asian session, it is points where the liquidity is induced in the market. So you can just wait for the market to go in this direction, then wait for London session. So if you want to trade this kind of setup, let me draw it. Okay, maybe you've not seen it well there. Let me show you. If you want, for example, to trade this kind of setups, you had this kind of market, then you find like the market is consolidating, creating some liquidity here. Okay, sharp. Let's take an example. Then you have what we call here above. You have what we call an order block here above. Okay, but here when you look, you can find you have some liquidities. I mean, this is a consolidation, Asian session. So if you are at this point and you're looking for the entry and it is time for London, remember, it is time for London, not any session. It is time for London. Then you can just wait for the price to come and take out this liquidity here and wait for the market to touch that order block. Then you can sell down. So London session is very, very nice time to trade, especially when the liquidities are swept out. It is time when these guys sweep out the liquidity and push the market in a opposite direction. This is very, very nice. Okay, and this, remember, this is 15 minutes setup. Okay, hallelujah. That is nice, right? That is nice. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. This is London session. Let me show you another setup here. You can see same concept. They took out these liquidities here. They came down and some people thought that they were selling, and what happened? They started going up. Look at this, the first point here. We had this Asian range high, Asian range low. They came down and this guy manipulated the little traders, and they thought they had to sell because of this breakout of this consolidation done, this accumulation box. Then what they did, this went up. Little traders are in trouble, are in trouble, are in trouble. So let's go to what we call New York session. This is another very important session today. I'm going to teach you. Just master. This is one of the best session that we trade. So this is, first of all, you have to know it is the session of retraction after London session created low or high of the day. Sometimes the New York session can make the low or high of the day. Remember that, okay? So it is the point of retracement. I'm going to show you in very few moments. 2 to 3 hours. The first 2 to 3 hours. Remember, I have taught you we don't trade 8 hours of a session. Okay. Very good. Very good. A good student. Okay. So this is Asian range high. This is Asian range low. Okay, so you can see here we had this as normal London session. Oh, for manipulation, my friend. This is for manipulation. They know how to manipulate. That's why most of people cannot trade GBP pairs and Euro pairs. Because they are not aware of this concept, my friends. I'm teaching you so that you can use this concept. This is free, okay? This is free. But if you want to pay me, okay? You can just pay me. I think some people wants to pay me. I will send you an address. Okay, so let's see. So you can see this is London Open, and you can see the market went up and took out some liquidities, took out some stop losses, some entries of these guys here, little traders, and then it started coming down. Oh, coming down, coming down, coming down. Okay, so this was high of the day during the London. And this is the retraction. Retraction means it is the point of retracement. You can find, let me show you, let me show you, let me show you, let me show you, let me show you. Very, very simple. Let's take an example. You have this kind of market here. This is very simple, my friends. This is very simple. Let's take an example here. You had this kind of concept here. Then let's take an example. Then you find this. I'm just showing you here. You find this Asian session. Let's take an example. This is what we call Asian session. Okay, this is what we call Asian session here below. And then during London session, you find it has taken liquidities. So it went up there up and found another block. Okay, another block, and there it had no way out. Instead of just coming down, and it decided to come down. Okay, to come down here, and you can see it just started going down this way. But before it made this kind of concept. So this is when you look, when you find it is going down here, what we always do, we expect some what we call the retracement or mitigation. So London session is when you trade those mitigations. You can find like here, it has mitigated an above order block, then you have this kind of chart. So when you trade this kind of entry, after waiting for the price to go back to this point here above, most of these entries are during London. Selling at this point is always during the New York session. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? Are you getting what I mean? What I mean? Are you getting me? You can just comment yes. You can just comment yes, yes, yes. And God may bless you. So this is another chart. Let me show you. We have this Asian accumulation range. Then you can see the market went down and made what we call manipulation, and that was during what we call the London Open. But I have told you sometimes New York Open can be used to create low or high of the day. You can see when the market decided, because it kept consolidating, there was no any clear break of structure here, and therefore we had to wait for the clear break of structure here. That's why you can see the New York session open came down and blocked this London Open low, this low here, and it created low of the day that we can wait for the entry also at this point for retracement. This is the easiest way you can trade the Forex market. New York session open, it is here. Another one, it created the high of the day, okay? High of the day. Especially when you don't see any kind of what we call any kind of an order block or supply here, okay? Here, you're looking these candles here and you don't see it. There is no any high momentum. That means these guys didn't took enough stop losses here. They will come back to take other stop losses. That is here. That's why they will always come to create high of the day during the New York session. Creating high of the day or low of the day, that means those big banks didn't take enough stop losses at that time. So they are triggering some setups so that you can just enter and be taken out. Hallelujah. It is nice, right? Yes. Ooh, this is nice. I love it. This is nice. I think you have understood. So you have to know sometimes you have to look. I have taught you on how to draw order blocks. Just go and see. Sometimes you cannot find an order block here. It is at the top point, it is the highest point of the structure, but there is no any supply on order block. At that point, expect the market to come and break that point. That is very nice. So let's talk about what we call accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, what we call AMD. This is the setup that you can use to enter. So first of all, it is talking about accumulation, which I have told you this takes place during London session. Okay, that is easy. And we have the second point, that is manipulation. I have told you this takes place during the London session. That is where we create high all over the day. But also I told you in New York session also we can have high all over the day. That means even New York session can be used for manipulation, especially these guys when they find that they have not taken a lot of liquidity during London. They will come to take those liquidity during New York session. This is very nice. Understood? Okay. So distribution, this is the third point. That is D, because you have A, accumulation, M, manipulation, D, distribution. This is where we enter in trades. We take those trades, we buy or we sell. The distribution, the distribution. That is where we take out that distribution. Okay? That is very nice. That is good. That is good. So look at this point here. Let me show you. This is the model. We have what we call accumulation. Then we have what we call manipulation downward. And then you can see what happened. We had to London low or London open, New York open. It depends here to take this kind of trade. I have shown you there, right? So here, in order to enter, you must have an order block down here. You don't just enter there. Just don't enter there, my friend. Liquidity sweep is very, very active in London session. Okay, you find there. So it after this liquidities, because here we have liquidities because of this accumulation, have been swept out, then we enter and take our trades. Some little traders wait for this, they call it what? Support. They wait for it to be broken. They take their sell trades here. They put their stop loss below here down. They end up see some losses and they tell themselves that, okay, let me wait. Then you can find the market is just going in your opposite direction and you feel like it will just calm down. You just calm down and it keeps going up. It keeps going up. It keeps going up and your stop loss is just there. Then you blow your account. That is where you can start saying, like, a scam, broker, it's a scam. But it is the problem with your strategy. That's why I'm teaching you here for free. Okay. So as you can see here, we have what we call accumulation. Then the market came down, and then we had distribution there. And this is best setup ever. Is there anyone who has understood what I mean? This is I have explained. Okay, so in little chart you can see the market came down here, and here if you find an order block, you take that buy trade because it is after sweeping out liquidity. That means these guys, they have some liquidities, they will push the market upward, and that is where we buy the distribution using that concept. But here also you can see we had a very clear demand here. I mean supply zone. Let me show you. Some people are not understanding here. That's why I have to elaborate. Okay? You can see here, right? This is very, very nice setup here. You see, you can see. So they had to enter here after liquidity sweep. That means accumulation taken out, then distribution. You sell it. Hey, that is where you'll be killing the market every day. So basic trade during London Open is the one which has swept already some liquidities. So I taught you some liquidities, the concept of liquidities, okay? We have sell stops liquidity, buy stops liquidity. Just watch that, the last, I mean, the video before the last, before this video, okay? We had to talk about liquidity. This is very important information. And the next video, I'm going to teach you about powerful setups. This is the summary, powerful setups. That is the easiest way you can trade. I'm telling you, if you know about the setups, it is over. Make sure you subscribe here. Make sure you subscribe.